After learning JavaScript in the previous series, it's time to learn the DOM or the document object model. So it is used to interact with every element of HTML, and even we can generate HTML on the fly. So we use JavaScript for this. So let's get started. And I'm in my desktop and I will do create a directory, okay, which is already there. So DOM basics new, then touch. Yeah, these three files I need it to open by code. It is opened. So let's get started. So as this is a DOM course, what I will do, I will copy paste the index.html. So let me do that. So this is my index.html, and it had got a form and UID of users and a UL, which we will use later on. So let me save it, and let me quickly put styles also. And again, I'm not going to tell much about it because this is again a DOM, means a JavaScript tutorial, so nothing much. So let me save it. Yeah, and now let me open it with live server. So it is open with live server. Okay, it had gone off screen. It's okay. So I am opening it in the Brave browser. So this is what it has been shown, a form which has name and email. So let's move ahead, and so the main thing which we are now going to do is on the main.js. So I have opened that. The first thing which I want to show is console.log of window. See, window is a very important object. So it's because I will show you why. So I have opened the console, and see, I have console.log windows, and see some of the things which it have alert, which you use a lot. Then alert, then document, which we are going to use throughout the DOM, then fetch API, which is inbuilt in browser nowadays, so that we can do a call through it. Earlier we used to use third-party libraries like Axios, so nowadays we don't want it. It is inbuilt in the browser. So yeah, everything is there. Even the local storage is there, which we use a lot nowadays. So let's get ahead, and we will now learn how to grab a single element. So for that, let me remove this. Then we'll first learn how to grab a single element. So for that, we use something known as, so first we'll do a document, then get element by ID. See, my VS Code is automatically showing me what it will be there, and then we can select anything like my form. So what is this my form? My form, let me show, my form is this form. So I'm selecting this ID, that's why get element by ID, and let me store it in something, const form equal to this console.log of form, and see, I can select the form, the whole form, this form. I can select it by this. So this is one way, and there is another way also, which is known as document.querySelector. So it is a multi-purpose thing, because through it we don't need like get element by id or something. It's a multi-purpose thing. I will show. So let's do a console log directly instead of forming a variable. Console.log of document dot query selector, it is coming, then dot container. See, in it, what is the difference between this? If you add if you select anything like class, we have to give a dot, and id we have to give a hash. So container is a class, so we are giving dot. And similarly, we can also do one more thing. Let me show. We can also select anything like this h1, anything, any element, html element. So h1 and all. So let me choose h1 query selector. So let me save it. Yeah, one more important thing which I want to tell, that if you use a query selector, so and I'm targeting h1, and suppose there are multiple h1 in my site. Say one is this h1, one is this h1, then it will select the first one, and the other thing I have targeted the container class, and it is coming. And so after that, we are going to use a bit of this unordered list. So let me uncomment it. So I'm uncommented it, and let me save it. So I will get this now. So now what we will learn, how we will select. Let me comment it out. Then multiple item, we can select multiple item also. And again, let me do console.log document dot, there is something known as query selector all. So we will do that. And what I want to select, I want to select this item. So what I can give, I can give dot item, since it's a class. So dot item I will give, and let me save it, and it will select all the items, and it will give it in a node list. So node list is something like array, but it is actually not an array, but its proto have got symbol dot iterator, means we can iterate over it. And so we will come back to that soon, but let's see other type of things by which we can select multiple things. So the other kind of things are console.log document dot get element by class name. Okay, so this is also from multiple item. Again, I have given the same thing, and console.log document dot get element by tag name. So this li I am giving this li. So let me save it. So one major problem is that you have to remember different things. With query selector and query selector all, you don't have to remember anything. So only two things you have to remember. So that's the benefit. And the second benefit is that query selector is returning a node list, which is more powerful than what this is returning. This is returning an HTML collection, and we will soon see why it is not that much powerful. So the problem is that we can use higher order array methods like for each on node list, but not on HTML collection. Nowadays you might know that most programmers use for each only, not the traditional for loop or something. So uh, let do one thing. Remove this. Let me remove this. We are going to put it in a variable. Let me remove this. Let me have it at const no node items equal to this, and const call items equal to this, and then let us iterate over it with for each item single thing. So you can check this a bit. Arrow key we can do it very nicely in one line. So this is for node item, same for call item. This item doesn't matter, you can give anything at this place. So let me save it. See, these three are coming from line 12, means this is working fine. We are logging over the allies, means we're logging over the items here, item here, but this is giving me a problem issue. For each is not a function because it is not allowed. So what we need to do, we need to convert this. Let me comment this out. Convert this call item into an array. So there is a very easy way to do it, and that is through the spread operator. I'll do this and then dot dot dot, and it will be converted into an array, and it is coming from 13. I have already commented out this, so it is coming from 13. So it is working fine, and this completes part 1 of our series. See you soon in part 2.